My whole YouTube channel is dedicated to documenting my journey of becoming more knowledgeable in personal finance, stopping impulsive buying, stopping excessive shopping, and getting better at budgeting and saving. And throughout this entire process, there's been a net positive. Everything is gradually getting better. But there's one area where I've noticed time and time again, and I'm really starting to take note of it more and more, an area where I'm not sure yet if I feel bad about myself, if I'm judging others. I can't really tell. So I'm just going to go through this whole process with you and explain what I'm thinking and how I'm feeling. But this is surrounding vacations. So before I get into the reasons of why I think I'm feeling this way, I'm just going to explain it a little further. I live in the Northeast and we are in winter right now. It is freezing. There's snow on the ground. There's frost on the ground. And so everybody is planning on going vacations anywhere from December until very early March. And what I notice is that I hear everybody, friends, coworkers. I was just at the hair salon the other day. Every single woman in there was talking about the vacation that they're going on within the next month or two. And I've been asked more times than I can count, where are you going on vacation? I didn't catch it right away. I had to actually check in with myself. But what I'm finding is that I feel very uncomfortable by that question and I don't want to answer it. But here's the thing, I don't feel envy for the people going on vacation. I don't hear them talk about it and feel jealousy. But I think what's happening is that I'm feeling either less than, or people will look down on me because maybe it's an indication that I'm not doing well financially. I don't feel like I actually want to go on a vacation right now. If I look at my situation objectively, I actually don't feel bad about not going on a vacation when it's just I'm thinking internally. I would much rather get to zero debt before I book that vacation. I feel way better about it. I love that decision. But when I'm asked about it, I feel, I find myself cringing knowing that that question is coming. Because whenever somebody talks about, oh yeah, we're going here and there, where are you going on vacation? What vacations do you have booked? That's actually a conversation starter. And most times when you run into somebody that you know, when you are at a restaurant or a social gathering, one of the first questions you get asked, at least around here, is, where are you going this winter? Where are you going for sunshine? It's an interesting thing. And the reason why I'm making this video is because I've cut down on my grocery budget. I've stopped shopping for shoes every other week. I've stopped buying a ton of clothes and endless amounts of makeup and skincare. And none of those situations there's never a circumstance in those situations where people are like, oh, how many makeup products did you buy this month? Or what are you buying for clothes next month? Like, that's not a thing. And when you say like you didn't shop or you didn't buy this, you're looked at in a positive way because you're not being wasteful. Like, I feel like people don't look down at you or think differently of you if you're not shopping. But vacations is different. And I think there's a societal expectation to go on vacation at least once a year. So this brings me into my first point. This is one of the reasons why I feel, I think, uncomfortable around this conversation. Society's pressure around the vacation expectation. Most people regard going on vacation as a default. They look at going on vacation as a sign of having a well-rounded life. And if you say, at least from where I live, if you say you're not going on vacation, it can look like you're either just missing out and there's something wrong that you're not talking about, or you're not doing well financially. And so what it can do is it will trigger unwanted pity or concern from others. There's been several times within the last month where I said, I'm not going on vacation this year. And there's not a gasp, but people are like, oh, is everything okay? They look at you like you're not human. It's very strange. It's an unspoken cultural pressure, which can often feel like direct peer pressure, depending on the conversation you're in. And I realize that this is self-imposed. It's not like the person I'm talking to has any idea what I'm thinking or what's going on, but this is just what I'm feeling internally. This is what I'm going to do to cope with that situation is I keep reminding myself, I just reminded myself like 4 times on the ride home yesterday. I had this whole vacation conversation in my head. It's like, remind yourself why. I need to remind myself why I'm choosing to not go on vacation. And we might go to Florida to go see his parents and his sister, but that doesn't really cost any money. One, I need to remind myself of the goal I'm trying to get to and why I'm actually doing this. Because I think if I actually wanted to, I probably could go on vacation right now, but it just wouldn't be financially smart. And the next thing I'm going to do, I think I'm going to try to get a little more comfortable with talking about my financial goals. Not in detail. I don't want to just vomit my goals all over people, but I don't talk about it at all outside of this video. And there is this trend going around called loud budgeting, where people talk openly about what they're budgeting, what they're saving, what their goals are. There's this whole trend on TikTok. And so I think what I'm going to do when I'm asked if I'm going on vacation, I'm just going to say, no, I'm not going on vacation. I have some financial goals that I'm prioritizing first. Or I have some financial goals that I really want to achieve before I go and spend extravagantly or on extra things that I really don't need right now. So I'm gonna try that and see what the response is. The other thing is FOMO. When I see other people going on vacation, talking about vacations they're planning or just came back from, I tend to feel like even if I don't feel the need to go, I feel like I should want to go and I should want to be doing those things because that's what other people are doing. And I've done this. I did this with my boyfriend last year, and this is actually one of the reasons why I had this whole vacation conversation and this whole revelation of what is leading to this video, because when I was at the hair salon the other day, every single woman, I'm not exaggerating, every woman in there was talking about the vacations that they just went on or that they're going on in the next month or two. And I left thinking, oh, Michael and I should really plan a trip. We haven't been on like an official trip since we've been together, like a real full trip. Then I started thinking, I'm going to go home and tell him I want to go on vacation, and he will probably oblige and we will plan. And then I'm thinking, like, I actually don't. If I check in with myself, if I really sit down and dig into my motives, it's not because I feel like I actually want to go lay out in the sun and drink all day. Sure, that would be nice. Really what I want to do is I really just want to save and pay off my debt. Like, that is my only goal right now. And so I was going to have the conversation with him because fear of missing out, because I feel like I should want to be doing these things. And I know that overspending on a vacation and setting myself back on some financial goals won't feel good mentally, emotionally, or financially. So this is what I'm going to do to combat this feeling as well. And one, I already did. I did this the other day when I went down this whole rabbit hole, is just ask myself, check in, like, what is my motive here? Why do I actually want to go? Am I wanting to plan a vacation for the experience with my partner, or do I want to go out of saying that I did? And they're two totally different things. And right now it's just saying that I did, and that's not a good enough reason to set back financial goals and to spend thousands of dollars on a vacation. The other thing is to figure out with my partner because we do, like, I'm not saying I don't ever want to go on vacation. I love vacation. I used to go on vacation all of the time, but we should go on it when it's right for both of us. And so I think what I'm going to do is write down the vacation that we want to take and then start putting just a small bit of money away. Not a lot, not to take away from all of my debt pay down and savings, but like just a little bit, so I know that I'm working towards that little by little. And when the time comes and we're ready, we will have, or I will have, at least for my part, enough money to go on vacation guilt-free. The reason why vacations also feel different from improving impulsive buying and stopping excessive shopping is because we categorize vacations as an experience rather than buying stuff. And that's why if you watch a lot of these personal finance interviews or shows, you'll hear a lot of people who are in debt who still will go on vacation because it's usually one of the costs and purchases that you can be excused for. And so moving forward, I just have to remind myself that you don't always have to go on vacation because everybody else is going on vacation. I just need to keep my long-term goals in view and just remind myself that once I am at zero debt and I have a stable emergency fund and some money saved up for that vacation, I will feel so much better about myself and so much more at ease knowing that I can do that responsibly and not have to worry about the backlash when I come home. Instead of having to put it on a credit card and pay it off over time, it will already be done and paid for. It just occurred to me not too long ago, this whole vacation thing, and I just found it really interesting. So I'm just curious to know how you feel about vacations. Am I the only one feeling this societal pressure to go on vacation? Maybe. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe most of you will be like, yeah, I don't care. I either go or don't go, and I don't notice it either way. But it's just one thing where I'm feeling like really uneasy about it. So let me know your thoughts, and I will talk to you in the next one. Okay, thanks.